I've had a record deal with Jive Records since I was 18 years old as a solo artist, and I never really paid much attention to it. I was always doing something with the Backstreet Boys, which, of course, I enjoyed doing, you know. So basically, what happened was after the Japanese part of the world tour of the Backstreet Boys, we took a couple months off, and during that time I called up my record company. I asked them, I said, can I get in the studio and just maybe write a couple songs and record a couple songs and maybe see how it goes? And they were like, sure. So I went in the studio. I had no plans, no intentions to release an album or anything. And you know, it just started turning out really good. And the stuff that I did started floating around the record company, and they were pretty excited. And that kind of got me pumped up too. And I was like, okay. So then it just went from there. When I started recording, I kind of found myself, and I found a way to release all the stuff that I've been holding inside since a young kid. And I finally got it out, and I got it out through paper and writing and stuff like that. And so it's been kind of like a therapy for me, a big therapy. And I just, you know, I really, what I hope is I just hope that the fans will be there to support and see that I'm happy, and maybe that'll make them happy. You know, that's all I want. I'm proud. I'm very happy. I mean, I feel better. Everything that I've done, you know, it just gets better and better, you know. My influences have always been rock music, and I've been a big rock fan since I was a young kid. You know, old rock and roll, new rock and roll. And also I've liked also hip-hop and all other kinds of music, but rock was always a little bit above everything else. So I got to actually do that and put that into the music. So I kind of created like a new, not a new sound necessarily, but a new type of pop, I guess, with guitars and stuff, but with the same pop vocal kind of thing going on. But it's just me. I'm a big sponge. I kind of suck things in from different areas and that's in general what I do. I think everybody's like that in a way. They take things from the past and they try to make it new, or they try to, you know, use that as a reference. So what I kind of did was, I mean, I've been, like, besides Journey and Steve Perry, I loved Bryan Adams. That was one of my favorite artists as a young kid when I grew up that I loved listening to, and Tom Petty and, you know, Phil Collins and, you know, all those, and Fleetwood Mac and all that. But I wanted to bring back the feel-good music of, like, the late 80s. It's like the music kind of felt like you listened to it, you felt happy, and it wasn't like the drama that came along with the music, like this whole competition stuff. And it was just music that made you feel good. And I think that's what music's all about, you know. I mean, I'm not trying to portray to be anything that I'm not. I'm just kind of doing what's coming out of me. It's just whatever, you know, whatever I feel. I feel like, you know, nowadays and my age, kids can take different things from anything. You know, they can take a, you know, rock element, put it with a hip hop element, and that's why you got like groups like Limp Bizkit who pioneered that. You know, and that's what it's starting to become. Everything's starting to gel together. You know, and I'm definitely an example of that era. Of course, what I wanted to do was I wanted to bring a rock element to what I was doing. I worked with a guy named Steve Mack in England. I worked with a guy Chambers in England, and you know, Max. Did some stuff with Teddy Riley. I did some stuff with two guys in New York, Josh and Brian, that did a lot of stuff with Britney and stuff. But they've been doing more pop. But they've always been big into like Bruce Springsteen, Bon Jovi. So we got to kind of put like a little bit of a Jersey rock in the songs that we wrote together. So it was really cool. We mixed it all together, and it came to life. The songs that Max did, I mean, he wrote, I trust him to, write songs for me because, I pretty much kind of grew up around him, and he's seen my life and seen the things I've gone through. So he could actually take and look at my situation and write, to actual things that I'm going through or things that I've gone through. And that's what's really cool about this. And the songs that Max has written, they have Max's melodies, but they're rock. They're really cool rock music. But he took a lot of my influences too that I've always pushed on him. I always, when I would get in the studio with the boys, I'd always try to play him some rock music, some new stuff that was coming out. So I think he took that, listened to it, and kind of created a new sound that was really cool. The song "Help Me" has meaning to me. It's the chorus is like, help me figure out the difference between right and wrong, weak and strong, day and night, where I belong. It's just like it's kind of like finding myself, and that's kind of what I've been trying to do through this whole recording process is find myself and find out who I am, because when you're young. And, a lot of kids who turn 18, or on the States they turn 18, they move out of their house and they go and find themselves. And I never got a chance to do that at all. And that's what I've been kind of doing. And that song relates to me in that way. There's another song called Confession, My Confession. And that one I actually wrote with some guys from England. That song in particular, it was weird because I said, well, let's not write down a verse. Let's get in and let's kind of do it like a MC would do, like freestyle on a microphone. So they turned on the microphone, played the song, and we already had like a chorus written. We wrote a chorus together. And I just sang like a verse, whatever came off the top of my head, and that's how we got the verses out of the song. And so that was cool how that song came about. There's another song called, I'm going to name just like my top favorites. There's another one called I Stand For You. That song in particular, it was just, I wrote it, I was going through like a tough time, and I had some problems that happened, and I really wanted to express myself, and I wanted to be free, and I felt like, I just, I want to say what I want to say. I don't want to have people tell me what to do, and that I'm sure people read between the lines when they hear the song, but that song means a lot to me, and it's about being young, being free, being happy, and just, it's a free-spirited song. I think the whole album's going to surprise people out there. I think if they listen to it, they're gonna be expecting something different. I don't know, but that's the cool point. I'm 22 and I'm ready for surprises. I'm ready to surprise people. I wanna. That's what it's all about nowadays. It's about adventure, surprise. And that's what's fun. Hell yeah, it was fun. It was the best fun I've had in a long time. Just jamming in the studio, writing my feelings down, traveling around the world again, seeing old friends, producers, meeting new people, seeing new faces. I think all those things are some of the coolest points about being a recording artist. I'll tell you, I'm gonna be wild. I'm a wild one when it comes to performing. So, with the boys, they had to kind of calm me down in general when I'm on stage. So now we're gonna have fun. I'm gonna have a lot of fun. I'm a pretty real person in general when it comes to anything in life that I do. So if I'm doing anything, I can't stray too far away from the person that I am. So people have always seen me. I'm not the kind of person that puts on a show or acts like somebody else. But I think the only thing is that's different is that they're going to be able to see all of me. Maybe I've shown them like 30-40% of me, because when you're in a group, you have to mold to be one thing. So you know, it's kind of like the Power Rangers. You know what I'm saying? But now I can be myself. You know. I've achieved a lot as a Backstreet Boy, and I'm very thankful for that. I can't be any more grateful. And if I never reached that level or that peak, it wouldn't bother me. You know, I'm pretty much gonna always be the person I am, you know, and enjoy what I'm doing. And that's the thing about this now, is that I'm doing it because I'm happy and because I enjoy what I'm doing, and because, you know, I came to a decision myself. If I'm not happy with doing what I'm doing, I might as well not be doing it at all. It doesn't matter what you're doing, you know. So that's where I'm at in life right now. The goal I would like to reach, gosh, I would hope that me being happy with myself and the music that I've done, and putting all that energy into the music, can shine through to my fans, and that they can feel the same energy that I feel. Different, unique, wild, rebellious, and loving. I'm always listening to alternative music, like that I kind of grew up to, like Stone Temple Pilots, Soundgarden, Smashing Pumpkins, Rage Against the Machine, Nirvana, Pearl Jam. You know, I can go on. I think they have, because I've been kind of really busy at it, and they've been kind of doing stuff. And they've been with their wives and hanging out and doing stuff. A couple of them have heard it, like AJ's heard it. They're down with it, but they never really have been that big of rock fans anyway. So, but it's cool. It's kind of like a pop rock thing anyway. Do I have a title for the album? Now or Never.
And where did you get that name from?
I don't know. Just popped in. No, I was trying to come up with a title that meant something to me, and that really does. Now or Never. Because either I do it now, or I don't think I would ever have done it. Hey, what's up? This is Nick Carter, and this is my new video. Check it out.